You haven't even watched.
I've watched many things and reviewed them with you. I'll miss many things.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know I skipped lots of it as well. When I say lots of it, I skipped the bit, the women bit where he's choosing because that's just fucking uncomfortable and awful, isn't it?
So the full pay-per-view you pretty much skipped because that's all it is.
Who is that dweeb anyway with the glasses?
Go lay down.
If you'd have watched it, you'd have found out. Wouldn't you? Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around.
I like your headphones, by the way.
We're finally. You what?
I like your new headphones.
These aren't new. I've had these since I've had my PS5.
First time Peter's seen them.
Yeah, to be fair, you've not been here. That's probably why you haven't seen them.
Fucked.
This week, we're finally doing nWo Sold Out 1997, which we've
going
all
well.
just watched, haven't we, Peters? We've all watched it. That's why it took so long.
Watched it weeks ago, mate. Don't know what you're on about.
Christ. Joining me is Terry Peters. I'm fuming at him, to be fair.
I'm fuming at you.
Yeah, but right, you haven't got me for being late. When if I hadn't been late, you wouldn't have even watched the pay-per-view that we're about to review. How can you review on a pay-per-view that you've never even seen?
I'd have just kept quiet in the bits I hadn't seen.
All of it?
No, because I've seen most of it.
The last 45 minutes?
Not 45 minutes, about 20 minutes, whatever.
Don't have a go at people
hour.
not being ready when you clearly weren't ready
I'm
yourself.
never ready.
Oh, you think it was you because you haven't watched it?
To be fair, I'd be ready for about 3 weeks.
Christ.
It's going well.
This is why it's been delayed so long, because you've not watched it. So you're 3 weeks late, if anything. That's enough for Terry Peters. Joining me is World Class Wrestling.
I'm not having it.
Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
As always, I'm very well. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. I was up in a good mood, and then Peters has riled me up.
I've done nothing wrong.
I think you have.
Thank you.
With a little bump and grind.
Let us know on Twitter, hashtag Team Ross, hashtag Team Peters. Who's at fault here?
Tez Patez.
Yeah, I agree. So you just admitted yourself that you're at fault.
He's the winner.
Oh, this is outrageous.
You're outrageous.
Will, you're here as well. You've got a new laptop.
I do, yes, yeah.
All right.
I think so. Can you hear me?
If we can. Yeah.
Well, it's better than the last one, isn't it?
We can hear you and we can see you.
You can hear me.
Did you buy the same laptop?
Not a great camera. I look very red today. No, I've got a Dell.
Adele? Oh.
Adele.
Yeah.
She's starting singing to you.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was trying to build that joke. Anyway.
Just don't go to Vegas. Don't promise Vegas and cancel it.
A couple of things Peter's ruined today.
Yeah.
My own life.
Well, no, I was trying to, because like all the laptops these days, all had like, fancy touchscreens and that. And I just bought an iPad and I resented buying like anything again because, I didn't intend to buy a new laptop. I just tried to make my coffee table, middle class problem. So I've gone for a basic laptop.
That's what you need.
Instead of a basic coffee table. So your coffee table's more advanced than your laptop.
Well, I have a small flat door, so the coffee table looks the dining table. It's fancy.
It's an ingenious invention.
It is. Thank you, Piers.
It's outrageous.
I think I've seen Piers.
This is outrageous.
Yeah.
You've not even watched it. If I had been on time at 4 o'clock, you wouldn't have even watched it.
I don't need to watch it to know it's poo.
You do need to. How can you review something if you haven't watched it?
Because I've seen the match ratings.
But that's not the same, is it? We might as well just read
and let's be honest, it's WCW.
Hang on, no, you haven't seen the match ratings. You've seen Meltzer's ratings. You've not seen the fucking Franklin.
That's right.
Yeah,
I know they're all going to be 5-star.
I've seen Franklin.
For months now, we've been saying David Meltzer can't review for shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's not been here to find that out, has he?
I'm sure we've already mentioned it in the news that we've already recorded. But he gave Cody Rhodes and Sonograph 5 stars, I think.
Not seen it, so I can't make a comment.
Well, Adam Ash and TLC 2.
Yes, that is it, Aaron. You haven't seen the match and you can't comment on it. That's exactly how it works.
He's a fucking melt.
Thank you for that. I'll take that as a Team Ross.
Fucking melts.
Right. nWo sold out. We've been promising it for ages and ages, and we've been putting it off.
Because it's shite.
Yeah, this might be the worst episode we've ever done. I'm saying it now. This is TNA best pay-per-view levels of bad.
I genuinely think this is one of the worst things we've ever
watched. You two fucking part-timers went here for Battle Royal at the Albert Hall.
I told you. For my own reasons, I'll never watch that show.
So,
to be fair,
it's comfortably in the bottom 5 shows. Like when we get to the tier list, which I imagine we'll do around episode 100, it's the drizzling shit, and it's going on the bottom tier.
I was thinking this morning, this is bad. This is probably one of the worst things we watched. But I then remembered that I didn't watch Battle Royal at the Albert Hall, so I did feel quite happy about that.
Almost didn't watch this one, did you?
Let it go.
Right then, should we just get into it? Should we just get into the pay-per-view? Positives are over. It's nWo Solo 1997. It's at the 5 Seasons Center, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 5,000 people there on the January 25th, 1997. Well,
just in a snowy Iowa.
What were them 5,000 people eating and drinking?
I don't know.
Because I'll tell you what, there was all the way through this pay-per-view. Absolutely bored because they're not involved in any match whatsoever.
I noticed that.
It's now called the Alliant Energy Powerhouse, Ross. I can tell you that much.
It's been rebuilt, I think, can it?
No.
I thought it was rebuilt about 11 years ago. Or like redesigned or something.
Might be refitted. But they were eating. So let me tell you, Ross. I'll tell you exactly.
You don't know.
Oh, they're eating. That's what I'll do.
We're all waiting for it.
I'll tell you what. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you
what
exactly what they were.
He's going to tell you what they want, what they really, really want.
Well, if you got to provide a valid driver's license or identification card to purchase alcohol. If you're under the age of, so you've got to be 21 to drink. But we have challenge 25.
Yeah.
Guess what it is in fucking Cedar Rapids, Iowa?
46.
32.
40.
That'd be all right. You ought to be fucked.
ATM's,
why are you so proud of that? You're the second youngest.
So ATM's
old.
They don't appear to have a menu on the website, Russ.
Why am I proud of that? Because you ought to have to use more energy than me pulling out your ID all the time. I could just sit there comfortably and you are like, oh. There you go. No effort for me. No effort for Terry. Terry, no effort.
So looking 50 years older than you should do on the way to do Cedar Rapids, Iowa, in one specific arena.
Well,
I'll take that. I'll take being inconvenience.
We better than New Orleans Superdome. Do you remember the faff again a beer in New Orleans? Just didn't bother again, did I?
I can't really remember.
That bloody woman, when she took my passport off me, and she was, wouldn't accept my driving license fare, so brought out the passport. Didn't accept that.
Well, I had a guy in Atlantic City tell me my passport was expired. So, I don't think it was, pal, because I thought just go into the country.
But in fairness, Ross Peters did rob a casino, didn't he?
Yeah.
This was before the robbing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
It's the first crime.
Our faces are all over Atlantic City.
The crime spree.
Yeah.
We are the Rubinos of Atlantic City.
Come on. The sex offender.
Is that what he's done?
Yeah, rapes.
Oh, right. Fair dues. Maybe we're not.
It was literally involved in the gang rape. So.
Oh, God.
Do you want to not compare us to him?
Yeah, we'll get rid of that bit.
Oh, well.
I just saw that he got to prison. I didn't know what for.
Oh, outrageous. Right, this is nWo. This is the first nWo pay-per-view. And it's
the last, Ross.
I was going to say,
it's not the
last.
Well, it's not the last sold out, is it? Because there's 3 more after this.
Yeah, they were just WCW.
They're just WCW.
Yeah.
I think this pay-per-view, I'm going to say it now so I don't forget later on, is a shining example of why Invasion Angles don't work. Because I always thought, why didn't they give the WCW pay-per-view and all, like that when they come over in the Invasion? Mm-hmm. It would have been awful because it would have been exactly like this.
Yeah.
So if anybody ever whinges at Vince McMahon or Bruce Pritchard for not taking I'm fully on board with them not doing the Invasion now. or anything like it did. Watch this pay-per-view. I think that's fair to say that.
I think that it had too much logic in it, which made it worse. Well, we'll get into it as we go on.
Should we just stop Invasion Angles?
It made too much sense.
Nexus would have been the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and Ring of Honor.
Retribution.
Tonight, tomorrow night. It will happen.
It will have happened already, wouldn't it? It has required, though. Right then. Yeah. So the opening segment to this goes on for about 25 minutes. And it's just black and white NWO trucks.
In heavy snow.
And then any wrestler who wasn't doing anything had just chucked an NWO t-shirt on it.
I thought Iowa was just a big desert, but apparently it gets real cold, doesn't it?
Iowa, it's enough, yeah.
I've never really thought about Iowa. What do you make of this opening package yet? Absolutely ridiculous.
No, Slipknot fan, clearly.
Long.
It was really long. That's
It was outrageously long.
he's got a nail in the end there, yeah.
It's about 10 minutes, isn't it? It's about 7.5 minutes, I think.
I think so.
Which is fine if something's happening, you know, if it's like,
But it's not.
But
It's
nothing
just-
happens,
It's
is
the
it?
same guys on the trucks.
And then you have 2 intros because then you get a video package afterwards as well.
And then Bischoff's on the screen for some reason. They're showing Bischoff on the screen rather than just showing us Bischoff.
No one think like Bischoff already went to all the NWO guys and was like, I've got a real good idea. Let's all drive in on dump trucks. And Hogan was just like, I'm a fuck riding in on a dump truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
it's
the hell was
It would have been a good idea if it had been like a minute.
Oh, would it?
I think it could have added to
Nah.
something.
it? No.
It shows NWO rolling in and all that. I don't think it
Yeah.
needed to go.
Why
over.
dump trucks?
Because they were giving us a foreshadow of what this event was going to be.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Take out the 2.5 hours.
So,
of
I
trash
guess-
that they're gonna leave there.
Yeah.
In kayfabe, it was like NWO were doing the show themselves, right? So all the production that was done by like Bischoff and that. Is that the idea? So that's
I think
that's
so,
why
yeah.
the dump trucks.
Just can't use any
Yeah, they're
WCW.
using Ted
yeah.
Turner's money.
Yeah, what they should have done is
Billionaire
just like
Ted.
had the because it was obviously well produced, right? They should have just like had the WCW production guys, and then like Bischoff or something just walks in with a fucking shotgun and holds them hostage until they produce the pay per view. That's what I've done.
Or a big stack of cash.
No hostage situation. More evil in it. More evil in it.
Yeah.
That way.
But, you know, you're crossing that line of that, you're wrestling and felonies.
No, it's fine. I reckon there's been far worse than it.
Hasn't
in
there?
wrestling.
Got hostages with guns.
Yeah, there's been people fucking dead within us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Ross, we've also had someone try to be embalmed alive.
Yeah, there was bestiality sex as well.
You know, Vince.
Yeah.
Vince blew up in a limo. Like,
Yeah, we've had worse.
there's been some shit worse.
Kurt Angle is 95% responsible for all that.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Right, we then get Bischoff. He's on like some sort of podium, and then we get the origins of the NWO. So that was summer. So it was like 6 months of being
Mm-hmm.
bash at the beach on it. So 6 months are doing all right, aren't they? Getting their own pay-per-view. And then we get Bischoff and the trillionaire Ted DiBiase on commentary. Probably got into the matches.
Oh,
Has anybody
God.
got any thoughts on the commentary team?
Boring.
Right, I don't mind them as commentators, but it does not work having 2 heel commentators.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
agreed.
doesn't work.
I actually missed Dusty Rhodes, and you know my opinion on all the big dust
To me, they
in
didn't
this
have
time
any-
period.
to me, they had no chemistry together.
No, I don't think DiBiase was a commentator, was he really?
No.
No.
I
I think it's just
Bischoff's-
he couldn't wrestle at this point, could he? So he was just like, and I think Bischoff
Manager,
thought
wasn't
he
he?
was a better commentator than he was, didn't
Bischoff's a terrible commentator.
he? Yeah,
He's awful.
He's genuine. I don't know how he was employed for so long as a commentator.
it's
That's
such a
what it
big
was
job, isn't it?
before, wasn't it? I did like some of Ted DiBiase though. Like he actually brought some, points across compared to what we seem to be commentators normally
I think
do.
the
Some
best
valid points.
the best commentator was the guy who just kept going loser all the way through the show.
Again,
But-
foreshadowing.
Yeah, not good. Right, the first match then. Chris Jericho, Masahiro Chono. So Jericho's WCW,
God.
Chono's NWO. No music for WCW. When they get announced, they're all getting insulted. And Nick Patrick's a ref and he's wearing his NWO gear. Famously, Chris Jericho beat Nick Patrick. And this is what I was saying. I said I agreed with some of the points said about it. I think I agreed with one where he said it's not really a big win, is it? Your only win over the NWO is beating Nick Patrick.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
That's it's the only
Where
time
to bury Nick Patrick there?
a wrestling god.
Yeah,
He also
Yeah.
made a awful comment about not Jericho, Chono.
What was it?
When he got the table out, he went, "Is he putting sushi on there?"
that's racist. It's racist. That.
Yeah, can't stand for that. He's a heel, isn't he? So.
I did like the NWO ring announcer guy though when he's like, "Oh man from Japan" for China. It's good that.
Yeah,
I thought, did you know what did you think of the entrances?
Do we ever know who the NWO voiceover person is?
I think so. Not anything I've seen.
Hornswoggle.
I don't. Yeah, no, isn't it? It's
Yes, anonymous.
I didn't mind the entrances. I can't quite liked the not giving them any theme songs.
Yeah, I don't
Why
mind.
would
Ted
you?
DiBiase forgot the disc, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
But
I just thought it made too much sense, but I thought it was a bit weird.
it always winds me up when someone's like a surprise or someone's in the crowd and then they go out to the theme song.
Yeah. I think it was just the weirdness of it being a heel event. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think Bischoff in the first match goes, surprising that the fans aren't supporting the NWO. But it's like, well, they're the heels, aren't they?
And you're not exactly acting like babyface on this.
And no one really knows
all the
who.
way,
Yeah. No one really knows who Chono is, do they, to be honest?
No, and Nick Patrick all the way through this match is cheating.
Yeah.
all the way through the show. Everyone at NWO all the way through the show.
I'll also agree with your point about when people surprise and they don't have the music playing. Beth Phoenix, when she just stands there for 2 minutes until she waits for her music to play.
Yeah, I think she's Vampiro.
Yeah, exactly.
Legendary moment.
Is that your favourite ever Vampiro moment?
It's my only favourite Vampiro moment.
What about the Kiss Demon match?
I don't remember it. I don't recall it.
Boo.
Terrible one. Right, what do we think of the actual match then? I mean, not that we got to see much of it because Team WCW arrived. They didn't actually get involved in anything. Just sat there and watched.
Whoa, no, Russ. One of them got involved quite heavily.
So we've got Nasty Boys, Arn Anderson, Harlem Heat, rest of the Four Horsemen. Who got involved, haven't we?
Like, a good friend, Randy Anderson.
Randy, friend of the show, Randy Anderson.
Friend of the show, Randy Anderson.
What, you got involved in this match?
No, not in this match, but in this show.
And another friend of the show, Mongo McMichael, got involved, didn't
he? Yeah, he did. Of all the ones to get involved,
it's the best thing Mongo McMichael ever did.
What
the
did
rest
he
of
have
it,
people
just there to have a good time. That's a free ticket.
Take Peter's to answer your question. The ring announcer is Neil Pruitt.
See, that's disappointing. I was hoping like Bischoff with like a, voice distorter on or something, but
yeah, and he spells his name Neal. So.
Oh, that's types.
Yeah. Right. The actual match then. What do we think of the actual match?
Boring.
Yeah.
Just slow, wasn't it?
There we go.
It's probably the best match of the night, though.
Really?
Which is outrageous because there's a lot of matches later on.
Yeah, see, I think that's the best match of the night.
Oh, I think that was awful.
I don't mind it.
I would agree with
I would say this is the second best of the night for me.
I've got it as joint best.
What?
I don't really remember it because I watched the pay-per-view all the time.
I think that's half the thing is that it's a very forgettable match.
So memorable moments is Jericho's thrown through a table that didn't have sushi on, and then Chono hits a Yakuza kick to win. That's really all that goes on.
11 minutes.
11 minutes. I watched that because I looked at the times before this pay-per-view and I thought, oh, there's no like ridiculously long 20-minute matches like WCW like to put on. But it just meant
WCW go one.
It still felt like it. I think it was just
WCW go one of two ways. They either put on about 400 3-minute matches or like 5 45-minute matches. You know what I mean? There's no middle ground.
I think the middle ground is sometimes the worst. Like this, like what was
I suppose like this, yeah.
12 minutes. It didn't really need to be.
So we've got 8 matches. The longest one goes 14 minutes, and the shortest one is 9 minutes.
The second longest is 13 minutes 51, and that's probably my second least favorite match on the card.
Yeah,
but we'll get there.
Pete. Stop jumping ahead, man. Before we get the Franklin star ratings, what is the Scumbag Dave Meltzer ratings?
2.
Wow.
2.
2 stars.
But Chris Jericho, the Japanese guy, outrageous.
which is his third high. Which is
5 stars rating all over it.
Which is his third highest rating of the night.
And he's wrong, though, isn't
he? I can't wait for these ratings.
Aaron, take it away.
1.5.
I love it. I love it when Aaron goes, he's wrong already. And he gives a very, very similar rating. Like sometimes it's way off. It's like, no, fuck it, Meltzer. Half a star difference.
Massive difference, half star.
Yeah.
But this match is just what the rest of the paper is going to be. It's NWO guys cheating. WCW guys not winning.
It sets a very low tone, doesn't it?
Which I don't. It's the premise I can't get over. He said it a heel pay-per-view. Who are you cheering for? Yeah, why?
The crowd are dead. The crowd just fucking hate
The
it.
crowd don't care. do
Well,
they?
because I think as well, I'm going to go back onto the entrances now. Like I get the logic of the NWO not playing the WCW guys' music, but
How can you get
that's
excited?
the best part of a wrestling event, isn't it? You know,
There's
like when
one-
you get hyped up by the music and big pops and that, and
There's one man they get excited
you're losing out
for.
all that.
There's one man they get excited for.
Yeah, referee Randy Anderson, of course.
No,
Yeah,
no. Okay,
that's
two
outrageous,
men.
man.
Two men they get excited for then.
Everyone did.
And they chanted USA in this
Yeah,
match.
stupid.
It's a
They love doing that. The WCW
Fucking
fans love doing
stupid.
that.
You got a Japanese.
Only when the Mexican and the Canadian or a
You've got
Japanese guy
someone
who's
from
shouting
Japan
USA.
and someone from Canada, and you shout
Yeah,
fucking USA.
that's it. Like he's got that Canadian, isn't he? Maybe he's
What
Canadian.
do they want?
Although he's built from New York at this point, because that's where he was born in New York, I guess.
Yeah, he was. It's like Kane should be Spanish because he was born
Yeah,
in
but-
Madrid.
I'm pretty sure the NWO announces something Canadian about him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a secret that he's from Canada. It's not like when Kofi Kingston used to be from Jamaica.
Maybe the crowd just fucking love. I don't know, just love
America.
USA, yeah. Just love
USA.
America,
To be fair, they've got now else to cheer for in this match, have they? So
No. So that's the first match, 11 minutes. Masahiro Chono wins with 1-0 to the NWO, but I don't think anyone's actually keeping
I was
score.
going to say no one was really keeping count, were they? Which surprises me.
And then we get Bischoff and DiBiase. They go through the Miss NWO candidates. This was the worst bit of the full pay-per-view.
The fact that the crowd actually shout boring
Yeah.
It was
And
really
the-
boring.
after one match.
There's a man called Jeff Katz.
Is that who
and
the man is?
This is the
presenter
report,
man?
the backstage report. And I hope he never works again. This is one and done. Who can play him after this? It's ridiculous. He speaks to some of them. They're all different shapes and sizes. We'll get the shapes later on because they give us actual measurements.
Oh God, yeah.
So,
Get to the shirt slayer on fucking hell. Like, cool.
no, but they give us measurements on the screen, don't they?
Yeah.
It's right. I mean, '97. '90s were a weird time. I can't imagine this was even good then.
Were these real people then?
I think so.
I assume so. Because
I don't even know. I don't
when-
think any of them
I mean,
for a second
there was
knew
that-
why there was that.
There was that many of them. It was a wrestling event. Was this all the women who were there?
when the measurements are given out, they have hobbies and jobs and quirks
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah, they
so-
genuinely just pulled them out of the audience.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want to come and sit on a motorbike.
I think it was like literally every woman in the audience.
I don't even know if there was in the audience. I think they were just in the town.
Just-
NWO
Just,
turned up.
just in Iowa.
That's what the dump trucks was because they just shoved these lot in the back of one of them.
Sad.
Some of them didn't
Yeah.
have a bloody clue.
No. We'll get to them.
Why did it have to go on after every match? That's what we went back to. There's no backstage
Well,
segment.
would it have
no
been-
news.
Would it have been better if it was just one long segment that's like 20 minutes?
No.
No, that was before the main event.
And they went for everyone.
Yeah, if you want to do it, because I kind of understand it was a thing at the time when WWF were doing it. No, here's the Miss NWO candidates. Go back there. Here's the winner. Don't need to be every single time, does it? Twice that if you
Nah.
want to do it. Jeff Katz should never work in the business again.
I'm sure I recognise his name, you know.
I think he works for ESPN.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He does because he's called Jeff Katz WCW.
Well, he doesn't I'm on the other on-screen personnel section of Sold Out 97. He's not on.
Yeah, no, I see. He does have his Wikipedia.
Notable
He was-
work: Freddy vs. Jason, Snakes on a Plane, Shoot 'em Up, X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
What other actor? Oh, is that
He's a
Film producer.
and comic book author.
what is a loser?
It's me.
What are you claiming there?
Well, this is
no,
Ross is
I'm a
a
loser.
loser. And then, I mean, Ross, I will warn you in advance. We're on a wrestling podcast right now.
Yeah, that's true.
We probably start throwing out.
He was hired by Bischoff at the age of 17.
For this, I don't think we've seen him before in the episode, have we? They must have done something backstage.
Oh, he was the guy who made the Wrestling Retribution project. Interesting.
Right,
He briefly took over from the WCW hotline in Oakland's absence.
I thought that was fun.
Katz primarily handled play-by-play on the pay-per-view events for online streaming alongside color commentator Mark Madden and wrote columns for WCW's print and online outlets. There you
So,
go.
quite a storied wrestling career in the end.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah. Right. Next match then. Hugh Morris against Big Brother Rogers. So Morris is with Jimmy Hart. He's for Team WCW. Big Brother Rogers, I guess, is in the NWO. Don't ever remember him being in the NWO before this.
Right.
Or after.
On Pro Fight DB, this is down as a Mexican death match. Was that
Yeah,
ever
it was.
mentioned?
Yeah, it was Mexican. I've got it down as Mexican.
Right,
match.
okay.
But that
What
could
was
have been,
what was Mexican and what was Deathmatch about?
Nothing.
I don't know. There was a cheating.
Hugh Morris got killed by a motorbike.
Yeah, to be fair,
yeah.
Hugh Morris got beheaded at the end. So.
Yeah, he did. Pulled off an exquisite moonsault as well, didn't he, in the process?
Oh, Christ. One of my notes here I've wrote down as the most boring match ever. I've not seen the rest of the card in my defense.
Yeah, how many times did you write that down?
Yeah.
I've also wrote the worst moonsault ever from Morris on the steps. It's like, you remember when you were a kid and you're at like a swimming pool and you pretend you can do a backflip into the pool? So that's exactly what it was like. Oh, have you seen that? Oh, it's a video. It's quite an old video. And there's this real, I think she's real old Australian woman. And she's like a diver. And she dives off the lowest diving board.
Feels a bit niche this for us.
I'm sorry, I'm like Russell Howard or something. But that's honestly what it was like. Old Australian diver. Let's have a look. Right, talk about yourself. So, Piers, what do you think of the match?
Shit.
There we go.
I don't know.
Should have gone to you then.
Hugh Morris's moonsault was pretty good.
It wasn't good though, was it?
It's better than anything else in the match.
Nothing to say
Slow
about the
back.
match that I don't know what been said. Motorbike, that's about it.
The motorbike reminded me of. Has anyone seen that thing that I put on that was on Twitter the other week of Minoru Suzuki running somebody over with a push bike?
Yeah.
It was like a shit version of that because Suzuki's was great. This was just terrible. And ironically as well, when we know what Big Bubba Rogers turned into and has come from, the boss man should be in prison.
Should have locked himself up.
Yeah, should have locked himself up in Cobb County, Georgia.
Yeah.
For attempted murder.
Hit and run, attempted murder, whatever you want to say, yeah. Awful. Why didn't The Undertaker do this in 2002 in his snakeskin pants?
Is there enough going on in wearing snakeskin pants?
Yeah, true. You don't want a hit and run.
That's right.
person.
You know, he
I know,
did he? Because he didn't have Hogan on the back of his bike. He was dragging him around, wasn't he?
Hogan was going to try and run him over, but Hogan kept stalling the bike, didn't he, as well at the bottom of the thing? So it was like scooting it up.
But don't you remember where he had Hogan tied on the rope. So the back of his bike.
No,
And he's driving backstage.
I
And
remember.
Hogan's
That.
just like, oh no! Just like laid on his back.
You not do a similar thing to Kurt Angle.
I think so. And
Kurt Angle stole the bike, didn't
Yeah.
Big Show's dad's corpse. That was
No, that was Boss Man as well. Yeah, in the coffin.
he? I love
Anyway,
it.
you know when you're
Didn't-
like, oh,
didn't Boss Man
worst things
also-
in wrestling? There you go.
didn't-
Stolen corpse.
Didn't Boss Man also
3 years
chop up
after
Al
this.
Snow's dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he fed him it, yeah.
Yeah, he fed him.
Yeah.
in. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Cooked
That led to
Pepper,
the
innit?
kennel from Hellmats, didn't it?
Need some more pepper. Like, yeah, fed him his
Yeah.
dog.
Basically,
it was
Boss Man's a
Pepper.
horrible human being, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah, it's a bit of a psycho, really. Yeah.
R.I.P. Boss Man.
I can't find that old guy. I can't remember. That's exactly what we're doing.
I forgot you. I forgot
forgot
what we were stalling for there.
This
Do you
match then. So there's a chain used. Jimmy Hart got involved a little bit. I mean, I don't get Jimmy Hart.
To be fair, he's more entertaining than anything else in the ring.
Yeah, I guess. Then Bubba Rogers tries to win over Hugh Morris, and then he does, and he's like out for 10 minutes. That's what ends. It's a death match. He's out for
And
10.
you get corrupt Nick Patrick here as well, don't you?
He's corrupt all the way through. It was winding me up.
He feels more corrupt in this one. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
again-
counts he counts real quick, doesn't he, for the count out?
Yeah.
Another thing that makes sense, but is
But
rubbish.
annoying.
Do you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's almost too logical, isn't it?
It was doing my head in all the way through.
Yeah, they should have had like fair and impartial referees. Like,
Because the first couple, oh yeah, cheating, yeah,
Yeah.
see it. And then, yeah, we're still doing it, Ollie. All right, okay, second match.
Yeah, once you've done it,
Oh,
once,
right, yeah, we'll do
it
that
runs
again.
a bit thin, doesn't it?
Do you know what I mean? It
Mhm.
would have been better because, well, I guess at least you had one man all the way through, apart from Randy Anderson and the heroics here. But you should hire refs, do you know what I mean? Or Scabra.
What pay-per-view was that on? Unforgiven, like 98 or something like that.
Yeah, no, 99.
Was it? Yeah, around that time, where they got all the faircraft stuff.
It's Dr. Sam Pritchard, isn't it? Scabra.
Brooklyn Brawler one as well. All right, I might think it's something else.
I don't know, probably. Right then, most important bit, star ratings. What did old Meltzy Boy give it first?
Half. Probably half too many.
Is he correct?
No, he's not.
No, yes. Pop it again.
-3.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's more like it.
That's about right.
He gained 2 stars there by from the motorbike.
I always thought Hugh Morris was a jobber, but he's actually in a lot of pay-per-view matches, and I can't for the life of me work out why.
No, because all by all accounts, he's a bit of a dick as well, isn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit of a knob, isn't it? Because didn't he like make somebody eat a jelly donut or chase jelly donuts around the United States, and that's why he got fired?
Yeah, I'm getting fired for some nonsense.
I'm pretty sure him breaking people's fingers was worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Eating the jelly dough. Well, speaking of training, I recently watched Luther's Weird Weekends where he goes to WCW. That is outrageous. That was.
Sarge is a prick.
It is. With the other trainer, he's actually a nice guy.
Oh, who is it?
It's not Norman Smiley, is it?
I think it is.
It's not Norman Smiley. You mad racists.
I can't remember.
It was more than one black guy in WCW.
I can't remember. I didn't see it for ages. I thought I was involved in Power Plant.
He's not Norman Smiley.
Because Skipper's in it, isn't he?
I don't know.
He's one of the trainees.
Yeah,
Obviously, before his TNA run.
I'll try and I'll Google it for you.
I just enjoy Louis Theroux backstage when he's talking to like Piper and Raven.
I love that because he needs to do a full episode of wrestling documentaries or something. He goes to Piper, then he goes, "You're not one of the real muscly ones, are you?"
I know what we can do. Louis Theroux at WCW watch along.
Right, we'll do that. We'll pencil that in at some point
because that is incredible.
I think it's on BritBox or whatever it is.
It was on Netflix.
They took them off.
Oh, have they?
I think they're on BritBox now.
I ain't got BritBox, but I'm sure we can all sign up.
But I love all the indie bits because I just find it hilarious that there's one guy who's kind of like some sort of Sting ripoff. Was like, yeah, I don't want to go to WCW. I won't have enough creative control. You're fighting in front of 30 people in the gym.
Oh, I quite had that before. It's like fucking every indie wrestler's interview these days. I was going to say, oh yeah, no, fucking Raven's the worst part of that. I know you don't know who I am, Raven. Like,
yeah.
Leave through.
Yeah.
The only person who's actually nice to is Goldberg. Right, that's enough of Luther. But watch it. It's worth watching.
I wish there was more Louis Theroux in this pay-per-view, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lack of Louis Theroux. I'll tell you what, there's not a lack of.
Bollocks.
This nWo hopefuls.
Oh, God. Who do we get after this one?
By Jeff Katz.
nWo girl number 2 has a mullet.
Yeah,
I think I think she might have been before this, but either
that's part of the course in night wrestling.
I was going to say one of them.
People mullets.
I actually haven't wrote anything down about this because I've given up on it.
No, I've just wrote the hopefuls again. Anything interesting about the nWo hopefuls? Do they have a favourite? Anybody that they want to win? Yeah.
Yeah, the real old like grandma. When he asked her the question, she was like, "What's that, dear?"
Yeah, when she couldn't hear him. Yeah, that was outstanding. The ones that just didn't get it, just did not get what was going on as well.
What, all of them?
All of them, and all the people who went there as well.
There was one or two in particular that, like, obviously knew he was after sexual innuendo things, and then there was just some that just didn't have a clue what was going on. And one of them, at the end, one of my favorite ones was she was the school bus driver, and her favorite quote was "Shut up, brats."
Nice.
That's what it said. And one of them had a hobby of French fries.
That's a good. Christ. Oh, WCW never change. For the next match, then we've got Jeff Jarrett.
Whoa, stop you there.
Oh, I missed some out.
I missed some out. Yeah. So it cuts to advertisement for the WCW website, or the nWo website, should I say? And he goes to the homepage, and on the homepage it said "We the people."
Jack
Jack
Swagger.
Swagger.
Yeah.
No.
Or Terry Peters at the Pro Wrestling World Cup
Wine.
in the Zack Sabre Jr. match.
What a spectacle. So I think Norman Smiley is there. I'm still trying to find the card.
It's not Norman. Yeah, we'll put
No, but he's
all
there.
the
He's in
money
the
on you.
he's in the clip. But I don't
Right.
know if he's the. I don't think he's
That
the coach.
might be what I'm thinking of them.
But we can confirm that Terry's not a racist. At least.
Well, can
So
we?
that's good. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, apart from that thing he said off camera about.
Ha ha ha.
I won't do it. Shall we move on to the next match? We've got,
Do we have to? Do we
yeah.
really have to?
We've got Four Horsemen, Jeff Jarrett against Michael Wall Street. So it's gone to NWO. It's not called. Is it VK Wall Street before, wasn't
Yeah, it was because it's the same
Yeah.
as Vince, isn't it?
it? As is now. Well, so they have two people. They've got a Vincent.
Vincent, yeah, I think that's why. Is that why they changed one? I don't know.
Talk about living in
And Voodoo
Yeah.
Kid Mafia.
And
That's
then
correct.
so it's Michael Wall Street now, and he's representing the NWO again. Somebody I never knew was in the NWO.
I think I
Yeah.
knew he was there because him and DiBiase are mates. Because DiBiase actually goes on about how he used to work for him or work close with him, didn't
There were money in Connie.
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Um.
I associate DiBiase with IRS.
But don't you think it's weird that they treat him like a fucking badass? Like, you know, he's walking to the ring. It's not like, oh, it's like geek IRS. It's like, oh, look at this guy.
He's
So
a-
when he was IRS, or was it when he was Wall Street? He had the ripped off shirt, didn't
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure
I
they
also
don't.
still find it mad that he's Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas's dad.
that's true. Yeah, got a good penis on him.
he?
Good set of bowels.
Yeah.
Bowels. Strong sponge.
He was someone. He was the third. They're the third out. So his dad was somebody as well. Man. His dad was the robot. Yeah, I'm sure they're third generation with some.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I believe you.
Barry Windham's in there somewhere, isn't he? I don't know.
Probably.
Mace Windu, he's in there. as well.
Mace Windu. Underrated Jedi Mace Windu.
No, Ian. Why does he have his purple light? Okay, you know.
Why can't I have a purple lightsaber?
Because everyone's blue or green. You can't just be fucking Samuel Jackson to get my
Barry Windham was Mike Rotunda's dad, brother, I think, because he's Bray Wyatt's uncle.
Yeah, because that's
Blackjack Mulligan. That's his granddad.
that's why his name is Wyndham in it.
So Blackjack Mulligan is his father-in-law. Barry Windham's his brother-in-law. Kendall Windham is his brother-in-law. And Sarah Blackman is his daughter-in-law.
Steve Blackman.
No,
Steve Blackman.
I almost said Steve Blackman. No, Sarah.
Formerly known as Steve Blackman.
Formerly known as Steve Blackman.
Sarah Blackman.
So this match then. Oh Christ! I've wrote in here. Genuinely, I wrote Jarrett WCW, Wall Street NWO, and I didn't write anything else apart from bored of NWO cheating.
This is where Mongo came in because I said this is the
Yeah.
best thing Mongo ever did was to end
So-
this match.
Jeff Jarrett at one point whips into the crowd, and then it's just crap in it. Nick Patrick helps Wall Street get out of the fall, and then Mongo comes out with a briefcase. Jarrett wins. First one for the WCW.
Yeah, I find it weird that Jarrett was still doing this stuff in '97.
And again, another one. Talk about having a terrible undercard. We've had fucking Hugh Morris, and then Jeff Jarrett and Michael Wall Street.
Well, they don't have a lot of like good lucha things, do they? On which is a staple of WCW in this era.
Yeah.
Well, they had Jericho. They had Cruiser. They had Jericho and Chono. And it was
I know, but we just want like
awful
good.
boring.
Send the cruiserweights out to do like just 10 minutes
That
of
could
high
have been
spots
cool.
on
They
that
could
day.
have put somebody in a cool Cruiserweight NWO mask.
Yeah,
You know,
give the crowd a lift.
yeah, get Tim Dino out.
Yeah,
Has anyone got anything nice to say about this match?
Yeah, it finished.
Mongo, I don't understand. But again, Mongo, I love Mongo, dealer, but
Really?
I don't understand why he was given such a prominent role for so long.
is this where Jarrett and Deborah ended up? Did this
I'm
this
guessing
lead into
so.
anything? Like, yeah, well, that became a thing. But then that was in WWE though, wasn't it? So maybe it was coincidence.
Well, maybe they were just genuinely wives, was they?
Yeah.
Or partners, I don't know.
No, Mongo was genuinely married to Deborah. Yeah,
Yeah, then she married Austin, didn't she?
yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
And then,
Maybe Jarrett.
We know what happened after that, didn't we?
yeah,
Yeah. Did Jarrett lose his wife to Kurt Angle?
Yeah.
That had the best
No.
look there.
No, it's the other way around.
No, it's the other way
Was it the other
around.
way around? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Karen Angle.
Karen Jarrett.
Karen
Yeah.
Jarrett.
That
That's
sounds
right.
like genuine. I've never met her. Trash is lovely, but it sounds like the most annoying person in the world, isn't it? Karen Jarrett.
Kaz Jazz.
So
Anyone's going to complain about something, it's going to be her.
Karen Jarrett. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because she worked in TNA for a bit, didn't she? I assume that's how they met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward as
Yes.
Right, this match then, we've got it was 9 minutes. That was probably the best bit about it. 9 minutes. Is there
That's,
any other-
that's 9 minutes is a long time.
9 minutes is a long time. I looked at the clock in this pay-per-view, see how long gone. In this match, sorry, how long gone? 40 minutes.
I was going to say, are we nearly at an hour here?
40 minutes this
felt
match.
like 2
It's like-
Awful.
Normally these pay-per-views I can do in like maybe like 1-2 sessions. This one took like 4 or 5. to
Oh,
get
this
through.
is a struggle. Big Dave gave it a dud.
Big Dave
It's
did.
wrong.
We didn't
It's
normally
wrong.
give them duds if they go 9
I'm
minutes.
going to guess that you've gone worse than -3.
But Mongo was involved, so I would for me that gives it 5 stars.
No, it's got Jeff Jarrett in it, hasn't it?
Oh,
That's at
too
least
many
minus
qualified
10.
factors. We need a
Yes.
formula.
So if you take Ross's 5-star match and take 10 off because it's got Jeff Jarrett in, then you've got your answer. -5.
Minus 5 stars.
Told you it'd be worse than -3.
So
It's just shaping up
match
to be
we've had so far.
The worst pay-per-view
Yeah,
of all
this is-
time. According to the frankly, average Frank Star.
I bet I can still give it a 6.5 at the end.
Oh, this doesn't deserve anything higher
Than a naught.
Minus 6.5.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh God, this
I
next
just-
match.
Jarrett was. You forget Jarrett was not. We weren't actually in the horseman. We weren't stuck in the horseman. But nice to see the WCW guys see all this blatant cheating and get involved. Do you know what I mean? Next match then, Buff Bagwell versus Scotty Riggs. Bagwell's in WO, Riggs WCW. Former tag partners.
The second
Um,
longest match on the card, and oh my God, did it feel like it?
Yeah, 13 minutes. Do you know what I noticed most in this match, more than the other matches? And I'm pretty sure it wasn't the other matches. The horrendous camera angle.
Oh, the point
The
of
floating
vision.
camera angle.
Yeah, the point of vision camera. I noticed it more in this match than the
Yeah,
other two.
it was awful. What?
And it's prominent in the tag match as well.
I don't know. I watched this in 2 sittings as well. This was the start of my second sitting. I
It's
don't
certainly
know.
not in the first 2 matches.
I don't know if
Certainly not.
that's why I noticed it more. But for the rest of this pay-per-view, all I noticed was this god-awful shaky camera angle where you couldn't
Yeah,
actually
it-
see
it-
anything.
It ain't in the first 2 matches, definitely.
And then it zooms out, and it's literally a guy with a camera on the end of a massive stick. Just what hanging it in the middle of the ring and hoping it catches something. Come on.
Yeah, I guess they were trying some. Well, you know, it's a bunch of wrestlers, isn't it?
Well,
Producing
that
the
was a
show.
good idea. Oh, wait. Yeah,
So maybe it's meant to be bad.
that's a good idea. Yeah, but they're supposed to have loads of money. Supposed to be backed by Trillionaire Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Why they kept having to do the promos in black and white and not giving how much money yet.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be doing it like 3D or something, shouldn't they?
Oh, is that how Trillionaire Ted is? Ted DiBiase?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he announced him at the start of the show. There's a Trillionaire Ted DiBiase.
No, I thought it was Ted.
Because he has to be better than he was in thingy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Of
And
course.
he has to be better than Ted Turner.
and he has to be better than a billion.
So they did say at the beginning of the show, Eric was laughing and joking, saying, "Oh yeah, excuse me, I've still got my cough from like 4 weeks ago."
Aaron's got that excited and he's coughed himself on it.
Yeah.
He's
And so
choked.
yeah, Eric Bischoff is saying that he spent all of Ted Turner's money on the production of the show. The production of the show is crap.
So what are we saying? Are we saying that Ted Turner is a very Ted Turner?
Ted Turner.
Tennis.
Ted Turner.
What is going on? What's going on
Ted,
here?
Ted Turner is a very poor man.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it was just more noticeable. To be fair, it's the only noticeable thing in this match.
The point of view camera was terrible. All the way through.
Buff
I
Bagwell
agree.
won after the debut of the Blockbuster. That was the first time we'd done it.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not the only time we're going to see Buff Bagwell tonight.
Do you know what? I think Buff Bagwell was a victim to WCW, and I think if he was in WWF, they could have actually done something with him.
I'd agree with that.
I think he's quite because he won like
Who was in
Best
WWF though? He didn't do anything with him.
yeah, but he'd already
Gone before the
been,
invasion angle even started.
no, but he'd already been WCW'd. He'd already fell into bad habits and stuff, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Where if he would have come through at WWF, I think he would He's got
He'd
quite a
have
lot
been-
of upside. He's quite good. He's quite
He'd
good.
have
He's
been
quite good. He won like best newcomer like 3 years
To
in
be
a row.
fair, he does look. the
How's he
part,
win best
doesn't he?
newcomer frequent?
I know.
Surely, by
He won,
definition,
yeah, I'm sure he
How
won
can
it.
you be
he
a
should all be
best
entitled to
newcomer?
win it once.
He probably got like WCW, NWO, and WCW again.
I'm sure he won. He won like it's one of the lot.
Outrageous.
That's just outrageous. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to be fair, he does look the part, though, doesn't he? He was always in good shape. Can't
Yeah,
argue with
there's
that.
been tons of guys like that. Hasn't he? I'm not feeling the Buff Bagwell hype.
I'm not saying he's good. I've never really got.
Don't really get what he is.
In
Where's the
in
big gap at,
2001,
doesn't
he won the most embarrassing wrestler.
That's
Excellent.
embarrassing. There you go.
Was that after the WCW thing on WFTV?
I don't know. Wouldn't say it, just
Because
says
him
2001.
and Booker T were the main event, weren't they? In that?
Sure.
And then he got let go, didn't he? After that.
His other wins for the rest of Observer News were best gimmick, NWO. Feud of the year, NWO versus WCW.
Okay.
Oh, Dave.
Like I get that, but I don't think it can count as like Buff Bag. If Buff Bagwell was there or not, would it be any different?
No.
No, but I think he would have been better.
No, I think he's an example of why the NWO is too big. I gives a shit about Buff Bagwell.
I think.
No, but I think he's
Vincent's
got a lot.
prime
I
example
know
of that,
what I'm
though.
saying is, you're saying he gives a shit about Buff Bagwell because I think he was booked poorly and he didn't do as well as he should have. I think he's one of the big misses.
I think he was. I know the guy's going for hard times and that, but we're here to do a job and we're here to analyze this professionally. The guy with the drizzling shits, right? He was just another big guy.
His neck choker was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was just a bloke who was there. If he wasn't there, he's had no impact on the wrestling landscape at all.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. He had all the tools.
Well, he had American males, yeah. American.
He had all the
American
tools to do
males.
it. Just
American males.
there was nothing there
American
to put him
males.
in position to succeed.
Yeah, because he wasn't very good.
Yeah, but if there was no Buff, there'd be no Judy.
That is true, actually. We didn't get the.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got Judy.
No,
And
I'll take it all back.
If there was no
Iconic.
If there was no Buff, we wouldn't have had a wrestling figure that came with a collapsible wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. He's got some good points there. So he's got an old woman in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of which, what's the next segment?
women on bikes. No, we need the star ratings first.
Good.
Is that what Meltzer give it a dud?
Let me just check.
Oh, the fucking hell. No, that's good. No, that's the
No, it
Peter
wasn't
star.
Terry Peters star rating.
Ooh.
1.25.
1.25.
Minus
Easy right.
one.
Man,
Talk about getting above his station there. Fucking Terry Star ratings. What is this?
Oh, man.
American Dials.
I'm
American
surprised.
Tails.
You all got fucking one eye.
Pizza first.
Cunt.
No way to speak about Ross.
Bloody Dale. Classic Dale.
No, it's all right. He don't listen to this.
American Dales.
Christ. Right, we'll move on. Women on bikes. Again, another segment. This NWO. 3 segments. Come on, man. Do better. And then we get another match. This was only 9 minutes again. DDP, Scott Norton. DDP's famously WCW. They've been trying to get him for weeks.
Biggest pop of the night, wasn't it?
He said the other night, I'm trying the other week, he goes at all to, it was like an anniversary, I think, to turning down NWO.
Well, he did it twice, didn't he?
I think he turned it down properly, though, didn't he? Backstage, as in not just in storyline. He actually said, no, I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah. And he did the right thing, really, because there was too many people. Everyone got lost in the shuffle, didn't
Yeah.
he? Need someone on the other side.
Scott Norton is NWO. We get the Faces of Fear are shown in the crowd quite a lot in this match. I don't know why. But it was. And this match was boring until the end, where Bagwell, Wall Street, Vincent. Has Vincent ever had a match? Has Vincent ever been involved in it?
I don't think we've actually seen him wrestle, have we? Once.
He just always comes out.
He's like the henchman, isn't he?
Well, again, he wasn't very good, was he?
Yeah. He should have been WWF champion.
I think he was just there because they just kept signing next WWE guys, didn't they?
Mm.
And it was just a thing that happened.
That sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They've said that for the news. Buffalo comes out and he says, I like DDP and they want him to join the NWO. So they all surround him. DDP puts on an NWO shirt and then just starts diamond cutting everyone. And
One of the worst diamond cutters ever.
Runs off through the crowd. 9 minutes. No finish.
Did he not do this on Nitro like the week before?
Yeah.
And then they just repeated the angle because they thought it went down well.
Yeah.
There was a finish. Scott Norton won by count out.
Scott Norton back.
But like, I'm sure like they did it to a huge pop on Nitro, and they literally just they've just gone, oh, forget about that, don't worry about it, and then they just did the whole thing again. It's how fucking stupid they end up like. Because they're like, right, so he put our t-shirt on, he turned on it, but let's just give him a t-shirt, see what happens this time. Like, and the same thing happened again. It's not quite like law of diminishing returns. Like, you'd only done it once, hasn't he?
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing
Doing something
repeatedly and
over again.
expecting different results. I'm glad the match didn't really go on though. As long. Most of this 9 minutes was the angle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the best.
Again, Scott Norton's always around WCW. He's always on pay-per-view. I don't know why.
Big in Japan.
All right. It's crap on Rio, isn't it?
Big in Japan. He was always one of those guys who was huge in Japan. Never translated.
I think that was a rumor. That all these people, he was massive in Japan.
No, he's big in Japan.
No, but if before like TV and the internet, I would just come over to WCW and go, yeah, Japan, yeah, they love me.
Yeah.
They're massive in Europe and Japan, and they've got no way of checking it.
Well, no, yeah, because his Bischoff's mates with Sonny.
Yeah, well, it's just crap. It's crap. DDP's all right. He's not really into the swing of it though.
Hey,
he's not, is he? DDP gets better later on.
No, he should have been world champion right now.
Right now, yeah.
Well, he's building momentum. It should have been this year.
Yeah,
but I suppose they were doing the whole thing with Sting, weren't they?
Yeah.
Didn't we get 10, yeah. But yeah.
Have you got anything nice to say about this match?
No, I just thought it was weird that they did the angle twice. The exact same angle. But with less impressive NWO guys this time, I think.
Poopy. There you go. American man.
What I don't get is why do you let Mongo get involved earlier? And they've obviously got all these WCW guys backstage. Surely you want NWO guys to win.
Are you saying like an NWO lumberjack every match?
Yeah.
Because
you're obviously cheating to win. Like Patrick's cheating quite obviously to win. So why aren't they just cheating properly? You know what I mean?
Why don't you just DQ him for like
I
talking? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Why have to pay per view if this is what you're gonna do?
Well, why have to pay for you? Why do we carry on the business after this? This was awful. This was
went for 4 years. 4 years.
This is supposed to be the hot angle, isn't it? This is supposed to be like.
Yeah, I think they were just trying some on the. It didn't work.
This was when the battering WWF every week, 83 weeks. It's this era, and I've not seen anything to understand why.
It makes you wonder what was going on in WF at the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, how bad was it? Need to watch some 96, 97 WWF because how bad was that?
Or was Nitro just better than the pay-per-views?
Well,
yeah, I think they loaded up Nitro more, didn't they?
Apparently, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but this was the same thing. It was just the same angle again. Like it was like happened 2 weeks earlier. It was ridiculous.
Have we got star ratings for this?
Man himself.
When you say the man himself, yeah, we're talking about Dave Meltzer. Are you going to try and give your ratings?
No, Big Dirty Dave gave it half.
Dud.
Close.
He's not been right about any, has he?
Not bad.
And then I've wrote you again. Bloody NWO girls again.
What happened on this one?
I don't know. It was all the same. It was on bikes.
The best one was just that one that went, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And then we get a next match, which I thought should have been the best match on the card. It went 16 minutes. It was not the best match on the card. It's the Steiners versus the Outsiders for the WCW tag titles. Steiners are obviously WCW, Outsiders original NWO. They're the champions. I just thought this should have been the best match of the card, but it was not.
Can we skate on Scott Steiner's attire?
This is classic Sky, isn't it?
Looks like he's wearing a bin bag though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I thought this was the pay-per-view I 10 on Rick, but it wasn't, was it, obviously.
We've seen that. Is that not later on?
I think it's a bit, yeah, not far off, are we? At this point, I think.
I thought that was 98.
Is it that late?
I thought it was 98.
Is it? I thought it was, maybe.
Either way, it's bad, this, isn't it?
Well, but then I guess like in the NWO pay-per-view or WCW/NWO pay-per-views that we've seen so far, Hall and Nash don't really get out to shout about, do they? I don't think they've done anything good, have they?
No, because Kevin Nash ever done anything good.
10 years
No,
Fashion Beach 96.
Being a worker, is he?
Look, it's Super Brawl, 8 February 22nd, 1998.
Yeah, it's another year. Oh, bloody hell.
Then it was against the Outsiders.
Yeah. Because there was a bit where, you know, they all do the when he's like underneath him, and I thought, oh my god, he's just going to fucking stand and recline right now, isn't he? But he didn't, obviously.
He's changed his look then, anyway. He's more beefy than when he's 10.
Yeah. He's close to the big Papa Pump.
Yeah, I mean, the Outsider, I don't get that. I slag off Kevin Nash every week. He's
Yeah, you do.
Just like
Friend of the show.
the show. But Scott Hall, I don't get.
He's better as a single star for me.
I've not seen him do anything good.
I've seen him in TNA.
Seen him in the first ever TNA.
We need to watch him and Michaels in the ladder match.
It's just a bit lazy, aren't they? I think.
Yeah.
In this era.
The thing is, though, they know they're getting paid shitloads of money for not doing a great deal of work. So,
and clearly, no one cares that it's not very good.
Yeah.
Because everyone's watching, aren't they?
Hence Kevin Nash ruins wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Peter
There you go. Peter agrees,
yeah. Because I love the Steiners, but you can only it takes two to tango, you can do what you can do against people who clearly are asked. Clearly, I don't think I've ever seen them involved in anything.
Yeah.
Apart from the inaugural match when the duo was formed, that's how I think I've ever seen these two try.
Well, I think this has been like a common thing with WCW that the undercard is usually good, and then the main event match quality is not there. That was a normal thing, right? That's kind of like the consensus. But I think this pay-per-view was compounded by the fact that the undercard also wasn't very good.
Do you know what could have? What date was this pay-per-view on?
January summer 1997.
Yeah. January 25th.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know, he was born October the 24th, 97, don't you?
No.
Bron Breakker.
Ah.
Rick obviously got frisky, didn't he? After this match.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
So
it's weird to think.
Without this match, we wouldn't have had Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker was conceived after this match.
There you go.
He won the titles and he was like so happy. So he smashed his wife.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's what's happened.
So we can thank Randy Anderson.
So we can thank Randy Anderson for a frisky dog face gremlin.
Christ.
The big bad booty nephew is his name.
Yeah.
I think Rick Steiner's favourite position is doggy style. Just got to be on it. It's got to be.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he's a dog face grandmother.
Yeah. Do you reckon it makes a dog sound? This is.
I think he does, almost exclusively. So actually in this match then, there's a point where the dog Chris Gremlin gets kicked out of the ring and sort of lands real weirdly on his head and neck. That looked pretty nasty. But then I guess if you want somebody's neck to take a bump like that, it's going to be Rick Steiner's neck.
Yeah. It's not really much of a neck, is it? Just a big pile of meat.
Yeah.
Was it Meat Castle you like to say that?
Yeah, big stack of meat in it. Meat castle.
Big beefy boy.
Nick Patrick is then hilariously knocked out of the ring. I think it's my favourite wrestler of all time. I've even put knocked in inverted commas. Rick does a bulldog on Hall from the top rope. Randy Anderson comes out from the crowd, makes the pin, and Steiners are the new champs.
Randy Anderson counts the pin.
Yeah, well, he makes it the pin what it is.
I don't know.
Just
I get what you're saying.
If there's no count, it's just two guys lying on each other.
At first, when you say Randy Anderson makes the pin, just Randy Anderson wins the tag title.
Yeah, but to make a pin, to stop the difference between a pin and two random blokes lying on top of each other is a referee counted. So, you take one away. You haven't got a pin, have you?
You take one away, and then you get what Rick Steiner's doing later that night.
You get the other wrestling BVDs in HMV.
You get one night in China.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. One night in Steiner.
Hey.
Oh, Christ. That would have been a great name for them, wouldn't it? The old Steiner recliner.
One night in Steiner. Yeah.
We're all happy. Steiners are the new champs. Bischoff then just goes and reverses it on WCW. So my question to you was, Bischoff's reverse. Is Bischoff still the GM of WCW?
Yeah.
So what is the point in the NWO show? Bischoff's clearly booking everything and he's in charge because he just reversed the titles. So what is the point in this show? Why are they all NWO if he's in charge?
They did have that one NWO Nitro where it takes ages from, like the opening package.
I don't think that's the next one, though, is it?
No, but it's when I can't remember when it is, but it takes ages, doesn't it? They're like doing it for like 20 minutes. They're like setting up the stage at the beginning of the show. Just pay NWO over.
I'm gonna Google it, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Nitro where Bischoff is taking things off people.
It's just.
What is the point?
Mad.
No.
Just mad, isn't it? Just Rick Steiner's only 5'11".
Yeah.
It's December 22nd that happens.
What, the year before?
No, 1997.
No, bloody hell. They waited that long to decide to change the name of Nitro.
NWO destroys the WC Nitro set and replaces it with their own.
Yeah.
So.
I love how they form it like 18 months later. Do you know what?
But they've already got the man in charge.
Yeah, I know. Makes no sense. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actively putting me off. NWO.
Nah, you're wrong.
I'm used to having an NWO share. I'm glad I have it.
Why? Getting you in?
One, it was a weird fit. It's like, I don't know.
Well, they make them by that homage now, so they're good, decent for us.
Well, it was from the WWE shop.
But was it homage?
No, it was like real baggy. The arms were going to bits that fit, and the rest of the shirt was real massive.
You need to get a homage one.
I'm not a fan of it. Star ratings. Obviously, it's saved by Randy Anderson, so I'm assuming that adds a +5.
Big Dave, 2.25.
2.25.
Second highest of the evening.
Quite generous for an outsiders match, isn't it, for Dave?
Yeah.
I had high expectations going to this match, and they wasn't met. Hence my star rating of 1 star.
1 star, yeah.
I was expecting, like you, Ross. I was expecting to go in this match and thinking, "Oh, this is going to be the match of the night."
Yeah.
The pay-per-view's finally going to turn itself around.
Yeah.
And
it made itself worse.
Well, you think, these last 3 matches, so you've got this match, and the match we're going to do next is a tag match, not a tag match, a ladder match for a title, and you got the tag match, and you've got Hogan and Hogan and Giants going to be dog shit, though.
We've seen it enough times, haven't we?
They couldn't be asked, no one could be asked with this full pay-per-view. It just screams of, I can't be asked. And then why should I be asked watching it? Just to be
very December to December.
Yeah, I think the outsiders would definitely just come roll at this point, could they?
No, because they've already signed for a year contract on them.
Yeah.
Annoying
Do you buy into the theory that Vince sent him across to destroy WCW in real life?
No, I don't buy into it. Not for a bit, did it? It took about 5 years. It was a slow bomb, wasn't it?
And by that point, Nash and Hall weren't even in with the company.
Yeah. No.
By the time it went down.
I don't buy it, but you could. I don't really buy it, but I could see how you could buy into the conspiracy when you look at their performances.
I think what's happened is someone said, "Here's a lot of money that you don't really have to do much for. You're guaranteed to get this money," and they've gone, "Yeah, nice. I'll take that."
Yeah,
because
I think that's literally what it was.
If we're being honest, we would all do exactly the same in a situation.
No,
you went for WWF, wet your ass off, get paid less, and get a performance-based game, or go to WCW, get guaranteed money. You don't have to try. I think I'm going to go for one where I don't have to try.
No, I'm a professional. All about professional pride, me.
No, everyone's got a price. So Teddy Bessa says.
I can't say that. I can't use copyright. That's why he's chewing Ed's head.
So I don't know if I've just not wrote it down, but I don't think we had any women after this match. We're going to break.
There we go.
We're into a lot of matches. Eddie Guerrero versus Six for the US title. Six is the champion. He's obviously nWo. Eddie Guerrero is WCW. This match is 13 minutes. And again, I thought this match would be better. Apparently, this is a classic in some circles. I don't know. Maybe it's anybody who's never seen a ladder match before.
I just dropped my phone out of anger.
He's upset.
Whose circles us?
Apparently,
I demand to know.
Well, the review I was watching, apparently this was like one of the ones, when people used to swap tapes, this was one of the matches that people really wanted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I guess in 97, are we looking at this from somebody who's watched a lot of ladder matches?
Yeah.
97 was the many ladder matches.
Obviously, it's not as good as Cody and Sammy Guevara, is it? Yeah. I haven't seen it.
No, neither have I. I'm never going to watch it. But this, it was all right. It was just lots of dives to the outside. The crowd don't help, do they? Because the crowd clearly don't give a shit.
No, the crowd aren't bothered. And there's a lot of point of view cameras again.
Yeah.
Well, the crowd are confused, I think, at this point, aren't they? Bischoff gets weird about the ladders. Well, I suppose ladder matches are fairly. I reckon genuinely there's been less than 10 ladder matches at this point, in its entirety. Probably even less than that.
When was the first ever one in WF? Was it 96?
No, it was earlier than that. It was just 10.
95.
That's when 10 would have been 94? 93, 94?
But then, I know we're spoiled because we grew up on ladder matches like TLC.
Yeah.
That's what we think of a ladder match, don't we?
The first ever one was in 92, apparently, at WWF Wrestling Challenge between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. But I think the official recognised one is WrestleMania 10, innit?
Yeah.
Which is Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but when was it?
94.
94. Yes, nailed it. First time. But I don't. Yeah, there were weird concepts of you didn't get all the big bumps, did you? Like you do now and stuff. So it was all right.
Had a weird finish. So they're both on the ladder together at the top. They both grab the title. They both pull it off together, and then Eddie sort of hits Six with the title and knocks him off the ladder. So I guess he wins. Is it a draw? I don't know.
Eddie technically won, didn't
he? Yeah. Because they both grabbed it together. It was just
this was the second ever ladder match in WCW, but you hadn't seen one for 10 years. And then the next one came out at Sold Out 99.
Another 2 years.
And then you got one 5 days later in a taser ladder match.
I see. This is what WWE should do with Elimination Chamber and Hell in a Cell and shit like that. Yeah. Just once every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Hell in a Cell, definitely.
Yeah, massively.
But I don't mind the Elimination Chamber being a yearly event because that makes sense. Hell in a Cell doesn't make sense to put anybody in.
Are they on about putting an Elimination Chamber on a pay-per-view now?
It's in Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania Chamber.
Yeah.
I didn't like where it was in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, but I don't mind the Elimination Chamber because you can just put your top guys in it. Oh, it's that time of year. It's like whatever. But
don't you find it a bit boring now, though?
Yeah. Well,
in comparison to the first 3 or 4,
yeah,
where they were just brutal.
I think it's nowadays it's something you just have to go through, and it doesn't really have any effect, does it? Like normally, the last 3 or 4, it must have been either the person you expected to win or the current champion. Nothing's really happened, has it? Even the Elimination Chamber, when it was called No Way Out, but they were still doing it, the Elimination Chamber. And you had Edge go across and win the other title and stuff like that. Nothing like that happens these days. It's just both the champions return.
No, and I get when they started doing the tag ones, and then started doing ones not for the title, and then they started doing they did a US title one, or
you did the Intercontinental one, which is one of the worst ever on it.
And then they did December to Dismember, and then I think the biggest issue is with a lot of these matches is and rightly so, they do a women's match as well, but you're watching the same match. I think you should do one or the other.
Yeah,
Obviously,
alternate.
it has to be a men's one.
But again, they could do
women's
that
one.
if they didn't have an elimination chamber pay-per-view. So if it was just you had a 6-way feud that had naturally grown.
Yeah.
I remember ages ago they teased one NXT and didn't they? Did they? But like
that's the worst part for me, where you've got,
like there's 6 of them feuding and Regal comes out and goes, Elimination Chamber. That'd be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And it just happens, and it happens on SummerSlam because SummerSlam's next or whatever.
Yeah. But that because there's only so much you can do in the Elimination Chamber. And if you're doing 2 on the same show, technically nearly 4, and we don't want to do 4, will we? Shall we not?
No, they won't do 4. They'll do one of each, I think, while they have to do it.
I think so they could learn some lessons. They don't watch his pay-per-view to learn lessons. I think that's the problem with all gimmick matches. And as fans, are we just too hungry for it? That's the thing, isn't it?
Well, we keep watching them, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I mean. We complain of normal matches and stuff, don't we? We all want to see the hell cells and that. I don't know. This match, star ratings? Have we got any star ratings?
Big Dave gave it 4.
No, he's wrong, though, isn't he?
4 stars.
I read a theory on Twitter today that Dave Meltzer starts at 4 stars for a ladder match. And then goes up. Yeah.
Goes up. Did you ever go down?
I think he goes. Yeah, there was like one WCW match where he went down, but apparently like
was the Taser match.
4 and above, probably 4 and above is like probably like average apparently for a lot of matches. He loves them.
Yeah. Well, I did say there was 2 joint top matches. This is the other one. 1.5 star. Tied with the opening match.
I agree more with Aaron. I agree more with Aaron than Dave on this one. Like,
I
don't know what Dave looks like sometimes.
Maybe I have been a little harsh. Maybe it's more like 2.5, but it's definitely not.
The crowd went into it, was it? And surely that's the main part of a wrestling match, isn't it? If you've not got a crowd on side, what's the point?
Plus, I think about this point,
I
was falling asleep watching the pay-per-view, so it probably didn't help.
Yeah.
Is that just X-Pac? Because X-Pac's just boring, isn't it?
I think it's just at this point, you're just expecting shenanigans, aren't you? So you don't care.
I forgot to mention the opening thing. He looks like he's wearing a wig as well.
Yeah.
You know, like what when Kane came back, when Luke Gallows was Kane and had that awful wig on. That's what he looked like at the start. At least in this, he doesn't look like that.
Yeah. And also, sorry, internet, but Eddie Guerrero at this point is boring because he has no personality whatsoever.
No, I agree.
Yeah, he wasn't the big superstar Eddie Guerrero, was he? That we had.
He wasn't the Latino Heat that we all like.
Latino.
No, he was just a good wrestler at this point, wasn't he? Which again is another thing of like he's a good wrestler, but he has no gimmicks, so no one cared. Like,
yeah,
you need a bit of both.
I think he could get. He's probably going to get lost on a pay-per-view like this as well when it's suspect WCW versus nWo.
Yeah,
because if you put him in like a multi-man match, it might look a lot better. But against X-Pac, who's again at this point not brilliant, it stands out, doesn't it?
It's weird to see a one-on-one ladder match now, isn't it?
And I was sick of Bischoff going on about fucking black belts as well.
He's a black belt, did you know?
Yeah, I know. He mentioned it.
Beat Larry Zbyszko,
didn't he?
He
did. Was that TNA again?
No, it was WCW, wasn't it?
I know we've seen it.
Yeah, it's Stackhead 97, wasn't it?
I was going to say we've definitely seen it. It was definitely.
We're gonna see it again, aren't we? Because there's no way we can miss out. That's the first repeat show. Is Stackhead 97.
See if it's got any better. I got my old notes. And then Guerrero celebrates with the WCW wrestlers in the crowd for 15 minutes. Longer than the actual match.
We'll have a good time. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to get involved now. I'll get one.
But they're not doing a good job, are they? Just witnessing blatant cheating, not getting involved. DDP getting chased by about 6 of them, and they're all like, yeah.
Only Randy Anderson's had the guts to step in.
Mongo.
Do the right thing.
I'm Mongs.
You can fuck about Mongo.
Whoa. You'll be kicked from this chat. It sounds slagging off Mongo.
I'm slagging it off. I'm just
saying because of Jeff Jarrett match.
Who gives a fuck?
But he ended a Jeff Jarrett match.
That is true, yeah. And he didn't start one of his own, which is even better.
Mongo is the best 4 horsemen. Because 4 horsemen are boring. Mongo is the best part of it.
Oh, come on. Come on, I should watch what you're saying now.
We've been cancelled by the internet, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then we get, this is where we go back to the women on the bikes. This is where we get the measurements and the quotes and the jobs and the hobbies and everything. And then Bischoff gets involved, starts whispering some of the younger girls in this. it is what's known in the business. That's quite comfortable. And then some overall wins, isn't she?
Yeah. Do you think he went down the line and said, "Will you have sex with me?"
Yeah.
She was the one that said yes. So
Probably. Yeah, because Mr. Cat said there was a favourite, didn't he? Who was that nurse, and her hobby was curing hangovers. Miss D or whatever she was called.
Yeah.
Didn't want the baby, did she?
No, apparently not. Some old woman did.
No.
She was missing everywhere.
Bit tight, really, wasn't it? They picked her as a gimmick, because you know,
I bet she ain't tight.
they always did it for a joke, didn't they? It was a bit tight.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing was uncomfortable, wasn't it?
Not as uncomfortable as you comment on an old woman's vagina just then, but yeah.
I can't remember her name. Was she? No, she wasn't Miss Laurie. That was somebody else. It was Miss Mary, Miss D, Miss Isla.
Maybe Bischoff was impressed with the measurements.
Yeah. I'm trying to find.
You're trying to find the measurements.
A lot of measurements.
Crying out loud.
Miss Becky, she was called. She's 5'9", measurements of 44.36. No, 44.36, 43. Here's lies. Occupation: homemaker. Hobbies include cooking, bratwurst, and French fries.
There you go. It was her that had the hobby of French fries.
No. The hobby is obviously cooking French fries.
No,
her hobby's not.
Her hobby's a French fries on it.
Just French fries.
Just studying French fries on it.
No, but the hobby's clearly cooking sausages and French fries.
No,
why don't just be French fries?
Yeah,
the hobby's not cooking bratwurst and French fries. The hobby's obviously cooking bratwurst and French fries.
Ross, it says there, her hobby is French fries.
Poorly worded, right? Yeah. No, because you do that thing
it's
like
not poorly worded.
You get two out of the packet, you hold them together, and then like they stick out there, and you got to fit them in your mouth. It's a game, isn't it? No one's played that.
What if this being like a typo? It's actually bratwurst, French, and fries.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just could be the Frenchman.
Frenchman.
Yeah.
So I guess congratulations, Miss Becky,
for French fries.
Oh, she's French fries and your bratwurst.
Oh, and how funny that the picture I've just clicked on from Google Images goes straight to WrestleCraft.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. She's the inaugural only Miss nWo.
I don't think there's many, is there?
If any, they've only had one pay-per-view, haven't they? So I'm assuming this is the only one.
She's the inaugural then, isn't she? And the only.
Yeah.
Wonder what she's doing these days. Probably still studying French fries as her hobby.
The chef gets a bit nasty with a few, doesn't he? Oh, tongues down the throats.
And he's got a wedding ring on as well.
Yeah, but Vince does that, doesn't he? You know, Vince always books himself with a young blonde female.
True.
Have you actually seen Eric Bischoff's wife though? Who's been like with for like 30 odd years?
She's not a formal model.
She's like an ex-model, yeah.
But so was he.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
But he's a black belt in karate as well.
I didn't know that.
No, he always mentions her on 83 Weeks.
I bought his book to read.
Has he got a new one?
I ain't read it yet.
Oh, is it Controversy?
Yeah, that one. So I've bought that, and I've bought the Death of WCW.
It's meant to be good controversy, create cash.
There's another WCW book. Lou, what's that WCW book that I bought you?
Nitro.
How was that on the scale of WCW books?
It's the book, isn't it?
Have you read Controversy Creates Cash as well?
Yeah. But even Bischoff says that Nitro is like the definitive guide of what actually happened. I've read. Called The Death of WCW by Brian Alvarez. But I've not read it.
I've just bought that.
Yeah.
You've never read it?
I don't think I made it all the way through, and I also got Russo's. How Vince Russo killed WCW. No, how WCW killed Vince Russo is called.
Isn't that more about his TNA run though?
I've also not read it. I keep buying books and not reading them, to be honest. I'm really bad at it.
Is that the best wrestling book? What's the best wrestling book?
Batista's. Yeah, because every chapter just ends with that guy's a piece of shit in my book.
or when he's on about his wife and she's like, yeah, sure, she had cancer. It's still like, at least do this.
Yeah. That one and Bret Hart's, because Bret Hart's just like, fuck everyone. It's great.
I don't think I've read a wrestling.
I think if you're looking for like actually information and facts, the Nitro book's probably the best one.
Foley's is pretty good.
But if you're looking for people just fucking people off all the time, then than Batista and Bret Hart. Yeah, yeah, Foley, Chris Jericho. I think it's the ones who write themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, I tend to.
I've not read JR's second book yet.
Al Snow has apparently got a decent book. It's just it's not about him wrestling. It's just about what he used to do on the road.
Yeah, they're the best ones really, other than just the.
Has it been a Vince book? Has Vince got?
He won't.
He's not done himself. But
there'll be some unofficial ones, I assume.
Yeah, imagine Vince McMahon's autobiography self-written.
Yeah,
it's too long now, though. It's too long now, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait until the Netflix documentary about him. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be on the length and budget of Tiger King. I cannot wait.
What about the Hulk Hogan biopic? That's coming soon, isn't it?
Is that the one with Chris Hemsworth in it?
Yeah.
Are these WWE authorized, or are they?
Yeah, the Netflix one is. Yeah, the workroom. Yeah.
What with Vince McMahon? So he's going to have some control over it.
Well, you think so, but then also Carol Baskin authorized Tiger King. She got hooked up, didn't she?
That's why she's not in the second one, then.
Oh, well, the second one's a waste of space, isn't it?
I've not seen it.
I watched one episode.
I've seen one episode of it.
It's just a recap of the last one. It's shit.
That bitch, Carol.
I started watching it. It was rubbish.
Yeah,
it was just like, oh, you're all famous now. Yeah. Joe's still in prison. Yeah, and it just goes through the same story as the last one. Shite.
I think it's been wildly panned. There was the guy. Remember the guy?
Yeah, it's got like 20% on IMDb or something. It's rubbish.
What, the second one?
Yeah.
Remember the guy?
Waste of space. Waste of his pay-per-view.
Who kept getting videoed on the jet ski.
Yeah.
he did a podcast with Chris Jericho. It's actually quite like
really?
Yeah, it just tells us how he gets into like exotic animals and stuff.
Gets into them.
Yeah. No, how we like starting collecting exotic animals and that.
Yeah.
Actually getting into them.
It's not fucking them.
Well, maybe that's what it does. Didn't mention.
At least that's Kurt Angle, doesn't
it? The character Angle.
Yeah, the character.
Okay. It's just I don't know, maybe it's just hard to listen to.
Yeah.
Okay. Angle doesn't know who Gary Lineker is.
Does he not?
Does Gary Lineker know who Kurt Angle is?
Hang on. Why is this a fact?
Because there was I watched a video the other day. Somebody asking Kurt Angle, like it must have been BT.
It was one of those BT Sport things. Yeah,
and asking who would be good in the Royal Rumble, and it showed Gary Lineker on Match of the Day in his Leicester shorts, old boxes, and he was like, I don't know who that guy is. But
our football, American soccer, it's a B sport, isn't it? It's not major league over there.
No, and Gary Lineker's well old, isn't he?
Well, it's not even that. If you don't follow football or soccer, you're not going to know who he is.
Yeah. Especially
if you come from America.
He did. Also, like Conor McGregor was on it. There was some of the stars. There was Adama Traore was on it. And
what an overrated man he is.
Gallagher was shocked that he was. He's like, you play soccer?
What an overrated footballer he is. He's off to Barcelona, isn't he, as well?
Well, apparently, at about 20 grand a week.
Yeah, well, they used to be.
Yeah, no.
Oh, great.
Should we carry on with wrestling?
Go on.
Yeah, go on then.
Might as well.
The main event, what we'll come here for, Giant versus Hollywood Hogan for the WCW Heavyweight title. So the Giant won World War III. Have we watched that one?
Yeah,
we did watch it,
and then the last pay-per-view we watched was the one where Giant gets kicked out of NWO at the end.
Yeah. Was it? This is one where Savage was the last one with him. Oh, no, Luger, wasn't it? It was Luger in the final two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in the NWO at the time, wasn't he? Yeah.
Hogan comes up with Dallas Cowboys and I put Virgil as Vincent.
Right, so everyone goes on about Hogan being a massive racist, but he comes out with a bunch of guys from the hood. So
they all play for the Cowboys, don't they?
Yeah, we can't be that racist, can I?
Is that the hood name?
It's like fist bumping him and hugging him, and
he was tag team partner to Dennis Rodman, wasn't he? But then also he told us he was racist, so it's hard to believe. You know, who are you meant to believe? Because Mark Henry said that on it. It was like, who should believe? People tell me he's not racist. Hulk Hogan literally said he was racist. Like,
he might have come out with all these guys, but he didn't want to start on it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys there, because how far is Idaho from Dallas?
Iowa. There's doesn't have any professional sports teams, I believe.
No, it doesn't. Because I had a look in the stadium, and it's all this arena, and they don't have anything.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
I think they had the Field of Dreams. If ever you've seen that film,
Yeah.
but I believe that was in Iowa. I think
Is that
I was
the one
at,
where
I was
they-
at Idaho. One of the two.
Is that what we
Yeah.
played baseball in the field?
Yeah, because then he actually played a game there, didn't he? The
It was
Yankees
Ghosts
and,
in that
and the
one.
Red Sox. Yeah, Kevin Costner. On the
He
film.
don't do bad films, Costner.
He's in Field of Dreams. No, apparently it's good. But
Bodyguard. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Prince of Thieves, yeah, that's it. Isn't it?
No, what's that? Waterworld. Wildly Panda. Waterworld.
Yeah, don't do bad films. Also, it's in the wildly fan world. By the way, yeah, I think it was. Were they just? I guess they were in a Super Bowl, weren't they? January time, or they just won it, or just go?
I think
No,
they-
because it's normally first week of February, so
Maybe there was in them.
yeah, maybe they're just about to be in it. Yeah,
This match then is exactly how you'd expect. It goes 11 minutes. I wrote it, Nick Patrick is fantastic. I can't remember why.
It was just a slimy heel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 97 Super Bowl was on the 26th of January 97. It was against the Packers and the Patriots, and the Packers won 35-21.
Ah, don't know why they were there.
It's just
Did they win the 96 Super Bowl?
well, that was a year before.
I think they won they won Super Bowl 96. And I think it was a real weird season for them because I think they were like dead and buried at one point and then went on to win it. It was ridiculous.
Ah. There you go.
what's the relevancy a year later though?
No idea. I agree.
Just while they can get the Super Bowl champions. This match is it's punching from Hogan. Giant's not going down. There's a double clothesline at one point. Hogan tries a small package. What was all this about? He just grabbed
Stupid, wasn't it?
Oh, he's
He's
just
got
got.
all of them and hung there, didn't he?
He's a wrestler, isn't he? Big wrestler.
Wrestling.
He's doing all this Japan stuff where he's real good.
Yeah, well, he was doing all this wrestling, and then
You ever seen Hulk Hogan do a drop kick?
no, I haven't.
Did it in
That's in
Japan.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did in Japan.
Did Japan.
Arm bars and all sorts. Don't see that stuff on WCW here.
Yeah.
Not from
He
Hogan.
was apparently he's actually a really good worker. That's all the internet guys tell you.
What do you guys hate him? I really like him though.
No, he's good. He was good in Japan.
Yeah.
I said I love him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's not using any working here because he starts using powder and then he uses a bro. And then he does a real last weak slam. Which I talk about him losing his powers here. It's not the same as when he did Andre, was it?
Nah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what a waste of it. Iconic spot. And he's just doing a fucking NWO sold out.
Yeah.
Unless they thought it was going to be a big thing. I imagine he intended to do more of these NWO pay-per-views.
Yeah. And this was going to be the first one. I did
Yeah.
have the first one.
Yeah.
What was more iconic than that, I think, was the Giant missing an elbow drop from the top row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I like that. Then Giant chokeslams Hogan. Nick Patrick says he kicked out first. Then he's got an injured shoulder, so he gets chokeslammed. When Bagwell comes out, chokeslams. Rest of the NWO come out, all chokeslammed. And then Hogan hits him with a giant guitar a couple of times. It doesn't break the first time.
Oh, it's the first shot so pathetic.
Oh, it's bad.
It looks like such an old man. And he's like, because I think the Giants meant to go down first, wasn't it? And he probably feels it and thinks, I can't go down for that. That was pathetic. Just do it
It doesn't
again.
even break, does it?
Yeah.
And then he gets hit again, and for some reason the guitar's full of white powder.
They all are, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's to make it look a bit more impressive, isn't it?
And then Hogan gets a wooden chair. I love this. An old deck chair, it looks like. Starts hitting him with that. The spray paint, they're all in the camera. Doesn't actually have a finish. 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Turns, isn't it?
I'm disgusted.
What are you disgusted by?
Right. What do you think? What I think, one, all these WCW guys there, what you're doing.
Mm.
Two,
Yeah, but the Giant was, up until like last pay-per-view, was just an asshole to him.
still though, so they're just out there having a good time, are they? What, you know, why show them in the crowd? What's that? Is it Chekhov's gun? Like, if you show a gun on screen, you got to use it, right? Surely it's the same with these guys.
But yeah, surely they would have got either thought that, but there was obviously there for the Eddie Guerrero spot, wasn't there?
I think they should have just ended it with a big brawl between the two sides. Or, more disgusting, referee Randy Anderson, what's he doing? He's only defeated in one match.
Yeah.
Why waste it on the fucking tag titles? You should have been a main event, shouldn't he?
Because if you're a referee, Randy Anderson, and as is known on Wrestling Around Wrestling Federation, weekly Wednesday Wrestling, Randy the Coward adversaries.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not running out there with his 15 NWO lads.
You do if he's got an army of wrestlers with him, right?
Well, they're not doing it, are they?
That's fucking Booker T's TV radio and just sat there having a good time. He had a popcorn.
Having a few beers.
Ridiculous.
Remember there too many beers.
I love that. We've had a couple of beers, so we can't.
Do you think like the boring chants that were going on throughout the pay-per-view? Do you think that's they probably bought a bottle of wine each?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Have to drink on every count then, so it gets a 10 count.
Just got a bit leery, started shouting boring. They're not wrong.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had someone shout "We the People"
before it was a thing.
Speaking of American Dales, he was there like that as well. Though.
He was, yeah. I found him there.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Yeah, sorry. It was like 6 years ago, though, wasn't it?
Nice to have fun. 5 years ago, actually. Yeah,
5 years.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll do it when we get to the anniversary. We'll do it.
People watching for the first time.
I'm going to DM Sam Jarvis, get him on.
Because I can't remember if you remember this, Peters, but you fell asleep in a club.
I do.
And then woke up and there was loads of different people sat around you.
Oh, yeah, we moved. Good times.
Worth it.
And that guy, anyway.
I'm 100% sure my Uber rating is not 5 stars because of that night.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It wasn't even Peters' fault. It was bloody Adam Holland losing his bottle of 7-Up or whatever.
I think it was Adam Holland having those shit white trainers on, wasn't it? The guy just saw those disgusting white trainers and was like, 1 star. Get in my fucking taxi with those.
They were proper 90s gym trainers, weren't they?
No, haven't it? That's what it was. Sorry, fucking the audacity of that guy to turn up in his fucking white trainers.
Right then, the final match.
Shout out to Adam, I know he listens. They weren't as bad as your boots in Chernobyl. Anyway, continue.
I don't know if I can now. That's been wrestling around this week. No, what do we think of this match then? Annoying that they're in the finish, is it? But you just sort of expect that from WCW.
I don't mind they want to finish. I think it was just a shit finish.
Yeah.
That was mine.
Yeah.
Just, if you ended in a mass brawl, fine. This bollocks. It was just all of a sudden Big Show or Giant just had to start selling these piss weak shots from Hogan. It was rubbish.
But he wasn't selling them throughout the match.
Yeah, I know, but it was just like he ignored the first guitar shot, didn't he? And Hogan was like, just go down. Like, my hip's gone. I can't do any more. Like, just it's like, fine, I'll lay down. It was shite. I hated it, Russ.
Yeah, it was worse. He's got previous on it because he did them awful Rowdy Piper shots. And then.
Yeah. I was too fucking geriatric. So that's on Super Bowl 7 coming up next. but yeah.
Why are you doing this?
We're doing a full storyline.
We're going to the end of WCW, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. 2026. Russ. This is when it stops here.
Jesus Christ.
Not before.
I mean, yeah, I agree. What's the point of the WCW wrestling? Not going to win out. Because any match could win out. Sat there and watched it, but then I see, the Giants dick in it. Just because you stop being a heel doesn't mean everyone forgets.
I just think if the WCW guys are going, just go and have a good time. Just
you want like an one night stand.
Yeah, otherwise it's like do something like they're trying to go on and like they can't get in the arena or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, but just having them sat in the crowd having a good time, we'll occasionally interfere in some random matches, but we won't do anything big. What's the point? Who do they think they are, your towels? No reference there. But it was just rubbish, wasn't it? Not a fan.
No, not fun. Was Dave Meltzer a fan? Terry Peters?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Minus 1.5.
I was going to tell us good.
I was going to give his own for a second.
We were just going to get 9-1. Left it at that.
What about the real star ratings?
So it's a very rare star rating. So it's not often I give these out. Dud. Just a 0. Dud.
Yeah. So that's 5 stars better than some of the matches on here. But there you go.
Yeah, but they didn't have the qualifier with Jeff Jarrett.
That is true.
Yeah.
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 I would love to work out the formula. I'm going to do it one day. You know, put my master degree to some good use and work out the formula behind it. I can start it. That's a dissertation right there. If anyone's listening.
It's like,
How
what's the cricket one? Duckworth Lewis, isn't it? No one knows how it works.
Yeah.
But it is the law.
I'm going to do maths.
That was the pay-per-view then. A shining example of why we shouldn't have invasion angles.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I think years ago.
It shouldn't be invasion angle.
I think the invasion angle was good. I think it was just too logical for me. That's what made it rubbish. You know what I mean? Like they were doing all the things that you would do if you were a biased wrestling organization, but it just didn't make a very good show.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
So, Peters, any final comments?
Terrible. Never want to watch this again. It can be buried at the bottom of the sea.
Let's see.
Old words.
You're right.
It's just rubbish, isn't it?
What's going on there?
Just rubbish, isn't it?
Oh, outrageous. Right then, so we do final scores. Aaron, what's your final score?
To be logical with it.
For the
Break
full
it down.
pay-per-view. For the full
Full.
pay-per-view, or yeah.
Yeah. Right, come back to me. I'm going to do the maths.
Christ. Terry Peters, we'll start with you. What's your overall thoughts and score for the pay-per-view?
Minus 6.5.
Minus 6.5. So the worst show you've ever seen.
Oh.
Yes, it is, because I didn't watch Battle Royal at the Albert Hall.
But you have watched the first ever TNA.
I would rather watch that than this again.
Yeah, I suppose it's an hour shorter, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where you're up it's 2 hours 20, don't you? It's 2 hours 40.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was quite glad it was 2 hours 40, to be honest. Even that's a little bit of a win, but yeah, rather watch the first TNA again, I have to say.
Yeah, Lou, what's your final score?
Yeah, I'm just going to give it like 1 out of 10, to be honest.
I'm going to agree with you.
I would just, the thing is, like, I was a big WCW fan. Never seen this before. I thought it looked pretty cool, like seeing pictures. Like, stage was pretty cool, ring was pretty cool. It was just a big, massive disappointment to me, to be honest. I think it was more because I'd hyped it up as like, this is going to be quite cool. Like, it's going to be different, but
the wrestling was awful.
Yeah, it was just, it was one of the shows that I've kind of wanted to do since we started this, but I thought, we'll wait till the 25-year anniversary. That'll be fun.
And
I mean, I know
what a waste. Just didn't live up to it.
Storylines weren't great, but you're more story than wrestling, man. But surely at some point you've got to think, because some of the stories are all right in this, but the wrestling was awful, and that's why it was bad.
Yeah, it was just the wrestling was too long.
The wrestling's got to add to the storytelling.
Yeah, I just think the story didn't make any sense for this this pay-per-view on its own. It just didn't make sense. Didn't make sense to have this pay-per-view, really. So I think about it.
Aaron, have you worked out your final score?
Yeah.
What was it?
So 0.5 out of 10.
0.5 out of 10. Is that an average? Is that what we've done?
No, what I've done is add all the stars together, which came to 1 star, and divided by 2 because it's out of 10. It's
right.
0.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Clever.
That's some fucking maths.
0.5 out of 10. So Ted Peters is minus 6.5. So he's just aggressively angry today, Ted Peters. There we have it. That was nWo sold out 1997. Thankfully, the only nWo pay-per-view there is. Unfortunately, WCW carried on for 4 years after that.
Hey, yeah, watch it now.
And we had 3 more sold outs. What will we do next week? Do we know?
Super Bowl? No, I don't know. We'll think about it.
Halftime Heat.
Halftime Heat.
Is that the week?
The Rock and Mankind.
Is that what we're doing?
Watch along.
Terry Peters calling an audible right now.
Watch along.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's only 45. It's only 45 minute watch along.
Well, so during next week we're doing halftime Heat. I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
No, I haven't. So I just thought it'd be something.
Okay. I've seen the highlights on the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because the Royal Rumble's one where the Rock hits him in the head about 15 times, isn't it?
Yeah.
And knocks him out cold. And then says, sorry, I got a bit too excited. He literally handcuffs him and batters him with a chair.
His wife and kids are crying.
Yeah.
In the documentary.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember any of it, does he? That's isn't that the first time he met Stephanie or something like that? He's just absolutely out cold and not have a clue. Terry Peters is waving. He's going.
Yeah, I am. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks for joining us, Terry Peters.
No worries. Bell Nation everywhere.
Oh,
No,
I wish he'd quit before.
See ya.
See ya. appears. Right, Lou and Aaron, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, that's what we usually do. Yeah,
Get your. Well, you are Mr. Ever Present, as you want to be called these days. Like.
the ever present Lou Markham.
The
Yes.
Ever Present Lou Markham. Got
On
to
you
the
now.
start,
Yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
livid at the start. Where can we find you?
Lou Markham.
And Aaron, where can we find you?
At Franklinstein 91.
I'm glad you've all got the same name for every platform. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
just
easy,
easy,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find us all at Wrestle Around or Wrestling Around. Google Wrestling Around.
And you can find us for the fucking Restaurant Rumble tonight, half 7.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/Rest Around. It's a big one.
If you haven't already, listen to the new show where you will find the results of the Go Home show and the controversial number 30 entrant in the Restaurant Rumble.
Oh, there's more than that. Russ.
Listen to the new show to get the full weekly roundup. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Aaron.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Will.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for listening. And join us next week for a watch along of Halftime Heat.